Hello everyone, I'm Anusha and I work as an event organizer for 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀. A warm good evening to all of you over here. Hope everyone's sound and safe. So before we start our meet, the same old drill, I want you all to know a bit about our organization 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 and its team. So 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 is a small, friendly and talented team in which we share the best of our knowledge and industrial experience to all the upcoming civil engineers and working professionals. 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 further spread its wings in consultancy and construction services. 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 is continuously providing the webinar series, quiz competitions, and live interacting sessions for the students to improve their state of knowledge in every possible aspect of civil engineering. Now, let me take you through the brief intro of our team. So, Mr. 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗏 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 is the CEO and founder of 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀. He is currently working as a structural engineer in MNC company in Vizag, dealing with the US projects. He worked as an executive engineer for a G+15-story high-rise building in Vizag. He worked as an RCC design and detailing engineer also for central, state government and some private projects in Vizag. He also worked as a steel design and detailing engineer in Pune, and he is generous and adamant enough to provide these series of webinars for free for students' good. To talk about his professional skills and technical skills, Sir is a pro at several softwares like Autocad, Revit, 𝗕𝗵𝗏𝗽, StatPro, SAFE, TNX Towers, RISA, and many more. So, and now comes a managing director of 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 is Mr. 𝒂 Chaudhary. He is currently working as an executive engineer in Chhattisgarh. He also worked as an executive engineer for a hospital building in 𝗥𝗃𝗃 and also worked as a junior engineer for an admin block of AIIMS Hospital. Sir is a pro at strategic planning, project estimation, project control, contract negotiation, team management, and construction management. Now comes our Associate Director of 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀. He is Mr. Sandeep A. Sir is an architect dealing with architectural plans, interior designs, and elevations for residential and commercial buildings and also for high-rise buildings. To talk about his technical skills, he is a pro at AutoCAD, SketchUp, 3ds Max, Revit, V-Ray, Lumion, sketching, landscaping, and etc. And now, here is a bit about our beloved guest today. Our guest today is Ravi Prasad, sir. He is an official alumnus of Andhra University, specialized in civil engineering in BTech, and now working as a surveyor in AP Sachivalaya. Sir holds a decent experience as an assistant engineer in renowned construction company L&T after his diploma. Sir also worked as an architectural designer in Vizag parallel to his graduation. So to all of you, we'll have a live Q&A at the end of the session. So I request everyone to drop in all your queries in the chat box and not to interrupt sir in the middle of the lecture. Now, our 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 CEO and founder, Srinivas sir, will have a word with you all. So please go on.
Yeah. Thank you, Anusha. Thank you so much for your introduction. Hey, hi there. It's 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀 Srinivas Reddy, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this web series on civil engineering. And we already covered so many web series in past, like so we already covered how we can do the response spectrum analysis for G+9-story building in 𝗕𝗵𝗏𝗃, and also we in that yesterday we covered how we can use the geosynthetic retaining walls by one of our honorable guests. He is from IIT Kanpur, and also we done the how we can prepare for the government jobs in previous. We covered all these things, and I want to start with by thanking our honorable guest today, Mr. Ravi Prasad, and he's very technically is sound enough in the architectural field, and he is also is having a sound knowledge on a surveyor as a surveyor, and I'm very happy to see you, Mr. Ravi Prasad, and we, on behalf of our joint students and on behalf of our 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗀, we are very glad to see you here. Yep, thank you so much. I hope all of you guys you can utilize this webinar to learn some of the Vastu and some of the how many can I say? Yeah, some of the government rules. Okay, see, if we are in a BTech, so every time we have a wish to learn the AutoCAD. So when we going to learn AutoCAD, we always planning to learn the AutoCAD when we are in a final year. So don't do that. So just in your second year as well, if you just complete the BPT, building planning and drawing subject, you definitely will that will be covered in our second year, right? So once you done that subject, then you can go for the AutoCAD. So don't take it as just AutoCAD is just a small software, and you can every industry, in every civil engineering or some electrical engineers can use it, and mechanical can be civil engineers can use it. Okay, but once you come to the our field, AutoCAD is a basic tool to learn. Okay, we must need to learn it. So it's not a big, even you can't expect a high salary in this AutoCAD. So we have a lot of softwares. So once you are confident in the AutoCAD when you are in a second year, so you have some other softwares. Like once you complete the third year, you need to go for a ETAPS. Once you complete a fourth year, so you need to go for some footing design, SAFE or SAP. But if you have some architect, if you want to become an architect, so you need to go for a 3ds Max or SketchUp or Revit. So we have a lot of software to learn. Okay, before complete your BTech, so try to learn as many as softwares. So that definitely will help you to get a job without getting any reference after your BTech. So yeah, I hope we are on behalf of 𝗏𝗏𝗠𝗵𝗶, we are always strive to do our best to our students. So I hope you can utilize this opportunity. Yeah, Anusha, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Srinivasa, for enlightening and reminding students on the topics of our previous webinar series also. Now, our beloved guest, Ravi Prasad sir, will proceed with the meeting, and keep your ears open on our topic today: preparation of architectural floor plans as per client requirements by considering the Vastu and some government rules and regulations. Ravi sir, please go on.
Thank you. Good evening, all. My name is Ravi Prasad, and I am today's guest. I'm very thankful to Srinivas Reddy and Anusha for giving this opportunity to share my knowledge to all the participants. First of all, I would love to start with the AutoCAD. Okay. First one, I want to tell you, all are busy with their works. This is somehow what we can learn in this thing. Okay. చాలా మందికి ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ చాలా డౌట్లు ఉన్నాయండి. అంటే ప్లాన్స్ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు, డ్రాయింగ్స్ ఏంటి, వాటి రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఏంటి అనేది. సో అందరికి వినబడుతుందా అండి?
Yes sir, you're clear sir.
ఓకే డన్. చాలా మందికి చాలా డౌట్లు ఉన్నాయండి.
So try to cover both
English and Telugu. Okay, okay.
So some people are from North India, so maybe.
Okay, okay, done. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I will start with the client requirements. As we know, already the 𝗏𝗏𝗠𝗵𝗏 sir already conducted a quiz and architectural plan. So I take that one as a drawing. Okay. In that drawing, he gave the client requirement. What first we want to know, what is the dimension of the site, and what facing it is, and what is the requirement of the site. That means what he want duplex, or he want double bedroom, or he want parking, etc. Otherwise, he want to do our own, or he will tell some tips or whatever he wants. Okay. So first of all, as we know, as my client asked for a double bedroom house and with the open kitchen, and he wants some car parking and 2 bike parking. Okay, this is the plan. And he said
you didn't share your screen. Please check it.
Screen. Okay, okay. Okay, done. Okay.
Wait a minute. We didn't get that. So did you click on share screen? You just trying to turn on the video, but yeah, right now it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
So clients requirements మనం ఫస్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకోవాలి client తోటి. That means we have to discuss with the client what he want from us. That means how many floors, and he is want parking or not, and how many bedrooms he want, or he want as a ground floor as a parking, or half of the floor has to construct with single room, or half of the portion has to cover with the parking or something. And we have to collect all the data from the client first of all, and then we have to decide for the setbacks. I will share you something, and this is the architectural plan actually. As per our GO119, these are the setbacks. Okay, these are the setbacks, guys. These all are the units are in the meter square. Okay, first of all, we all know all the working drawings are done in the square yards. Our client easily said he has a 250 square yards of his site, or otherwise he simply say I have 30 by 40 of site, or 30 by 60 of site or something. Okay, otherwise he simply say I have 400 square yards of area of my site. That's it. He wants, and he will tell how many floors he want. That means he want 2 floors or 3 floors, it may be. Okay, or and these are the government rules, guys. You don't confuse. These are the government rules, and these are only comes in the meter square. Okay, we have to, first of all, when we take the area, we have to convert into the meter square. When he will go for the approval in like our GVMC circle or any other municipalities. Okay, these are the areas, guys. First of all, this is the less than 50 square meters. Up to we can construct, this is the building height, permissible building height. Up to we can only construct up to 7-meter height only, including the parapet wall. Okay, guys. Otherwise, we can simply say 3.5 of floor height. We can imagine like that. And this is the 50 to 100 square meters of height, square meters of area. We can construct both, and this is the up to 12 meters. These are the road width, guys. Up to 12 meters, or about 12 to 18 meters, and 18 to 24, and above all. Okay, guys. These are the surrounding setbacks, and that means side setbacks. Simply we can say here I take as
just I think we are seeing some shadows in that screen. Can you reshare it? So just click on stop sharing, and they can, yeah, just again click on sharing.
Is it clear now?
Still I am seeing that.
Is it clear now?
I don't know why it's happening. Did you open something in?
Nothing. I only opened the AutoCAD software and this Zoom meeting app. That's it.
Okay. Well, whenever you are clicking a screen sharing, so there you can see the entire screen option. Just check it.
I'm already using that.
Okay. Okay. Just share it. I think. I don't know why it is. Anyway, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now we are coming for the working drawing. First of all, ఇక్కడ వరకు కూడా ఏం డౌట్స్ అయితే ఏం లేం కదండి. అంటే ఇప్పటివరకు చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే ఐఎమ్ రిపీటింగ్ ఇన్ ద తెలుగు. ఓకే గైస్, ఇప్పటివరకు క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ అనేవి ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో మనం అవి తీసుకుంటామండి. దీస్ ఆర్ ద బిల్డింగ్ ప్లాన్ యాజ్ పర్ ద జీవో నెంబర్ 119 అండి ఇవన్నీ కూడా. సో now we are coming for the working drawing. As per the client, we want double bedroom house. That's it. And he said he want car parking or something. First of all, I want to tell you all about the Vastu. First of all, I have a site of 30 feet by 60 feet. Okay, I am drawing it here. Okay, and he said it is a north facing, north one. That means north facing side, and he has a width of 9 meters or something road width. Okay, now first of all, what we have to do is we will take the requirements of the client and how much he want, and we simply what we'll do is if he want double bedroom or single bedroom, or otherwise you want apartment. That means group house, which includes which comes of area of each flat of 700 square feet, or otherwise 800 up to 1250 or up to 1300. It depends on the site area, or otherwise it in the depend on the slab. Okay. So first of all, we will ask the client what he want to do. He want to go for a plan approval or not. If he want to go for a plan approval, we'll simply take what we'll take. We will take the setbacks as per the 119, and we will convert into feet, and we will simply draw in this drawing. Okay. Otherwise, we will ask the client if he want to go for a deviation. Deviation means if, for example, the site comes under 800 SFT. Okay, 800 SFT. So I simply what I'll do is I am converting into meter square. Okay, it comes under 167.28 meter square. Okay, guys. So as per our norms, if the client wants to take a as the plan as a working plan, and the same approval plan as same, then what we'll do is we will take 100 to 200. Our site comes under 167 square meters, right? So it comes under third one. That means 100 to 200. We can give stilt floor as a parking, and the permissible height of our building is 10 meters, and the front setback of our building should be 1.5. It should be 1.5 or more. Okay, it can't be less than 1.5. When the road width is up to 12 meters, that means 40 feet, up to 40 feet. Okay, guys. And the surrounding setbacks is 1 meter. That means 3 feet, 3 inches in the feet. Okay, when we'll convert into the architectural drawing. Okay, guys. These are the minimum. When the client says same plan, what he is going for the approval, and the working plan as same as he want, then we will simply do like this. Okay, guys. And the one more thing is, then we will go for the slab width. How much slab area we got after the setbacks. That's it. So here I got 1200 SFT. Say it as 1200 SFT. So 1200 SFT, what we can get it from the 1200 SFT. That means we can get double bedroom or triple bedroom as per the width that we got, that we get from here after the setbacks conversion. Okay, guys. So now these are the client requirements. Okay, guys. These are the first, what are the points we have to take from. First of all, when a client comes to us and he asks for a plan, so these are the tips, or these are the points what we are asked from the client. I already told you what are that means the road width, what are the sizes of the plot, that what are the facing of the road, what is facing of the plot, or how much height you want. That means how many floors you want parking or not. That's it. Okay. Now we are going for the Vastu. Okay. As for the Vastu, simply we can say we have two sides. That means open sides. That means what we have to provide more setback. That may be 3 inches or 6 inches. That may be 1 feet or 2 feet. We have to provide more than that. That means the setbacks, the open more setbacks are north and east. Okay, guys. We have to provide more side or more width from the other two sides. That means now this is the north for this. Take it as the side. This is the north one, and this is the south, and this is the east, and this is the west. At the west, I provide 3 feet 3 inches, right? As per Vastu, when we are going for the working drawing, as per Vastu, the east setback should be more than 3 feet 3 inches. That means it may be 4 feet. Okay, guys, we can provide 4 feet. Otherwise, we want more slab, then we will provide 3 feet 6 inches. Otherwise, 3 feet. Otherwise, we will decrease this one as a 3 feet or 2 feet as per our requirement, and we will increase this side as more than this side. Okay, guys. And the second thing, north one and south one. The north setback should be more than south setback. Okay, guys. When we will provide 3 feet as a south setback, we have to provide more than 3 feet for the north setback. That means here, as per the rule, we are providing 3 feet 3 inches for the south setback. So as per Vastu, we have to provide more than 3 feet 3 inches at north. So as per setbacks, I provide here 5 feet. That means it satisfies the Vastu. At the same time, the requirement of the GO number 119, right guys? So these are the Vastu tips. So now the setbacks, that means what we are providing on the side, it's over. As per Vastu, we have to we can say we have to provide more width than both the two sides. That's it. As per the south setback should be less than north, and the west setback should be less than east. That's it. Now, when we are going for the staircases, we have to we have 4 things, guys. As when we have north facing side, we are providing staircase. We have to provide a staircase at northwest corner, otherwise southeast corner, or north southwest corner. The southwest corner is mostly preferable when we have roads on the both side. Otherwise, it can't be, it's not that much good. We mostly provide northwest corner for a staircase when our site is facing north. Okay, guys. While this is for the north side. Okay, guys. While for the south one, if I take it as a south one, if I have that means this is south and north and east and west. Now the staircase should be at southwest, at northwest corner. Otherwise, we can simply provide at southeast corner. These are the 3 places where we can provide our staircases. Otherwise, when we are constructing or we are giving a plan for a apartment or a group house, we simply, what we'll do is we simply provide the staircase at the middle of the 2 flats, and we'll separate both the flats like this. Okay, guys. These are the things. At the same time, for the north, like this. If you're providing like for the north, simply we will provide at northwest corner at the center. Okay, guys. These are the 2 rules for the north and south. Now we are going for the east. Same for the east. We'll simply provide at southeast corner. That means southeast corner for the east, or southwest corner and for the west, we'll simply provide at northwest corner and southeast corner, or otherwise we can also provide at southwest corner. That means where we want the facing or the entry of the entry for the living room. Okay, guys. For now, in a tip like this, we ante simple ga tip ga cheppalante, we will take it as for north facing, the staircase should be at left. Okay, sorry, right for north, and for the south, it always should be at the right. Okay, guys. Northwest corner. For the south also, it should be left. Okay. These are for the staircases. Okay. Now we are going for the bedroom design or kitchen or anything. Okay. So always we have to provide kitchen at southeast corner as per Vastu. But as per BPT, we have to provide the kitchen at northeast corner. But as per Vastu, we have to provide the kitchen at southwest corner, southeast corner and northwest corner. Okay, guys, like this. Here I provide kitchen at southeast corner. Otherwise, I have to provide at here, where the general bedroom is here. Otherwise, yeah, I have to remove this general bedroom and I will provide the kitchen at here as per Vastu, as per the Vastu. Okay, guys. So, as per Vastu, we have to provide kitchen at southeast corner. Otherwise, the second option is northwest corner. That's it. So, bedroom, for the master bedroom, we have to provide the master bedroom must be at southwest corner as per Vastu. Okay. The other bedroom and where we have not to provide is southeast corner. That means simply in Agnem it is called southeast corner is called as in Telugu is Agneyam. So we should not provide the second bedroom or children bedroom at southeast corner. Okay, we can provide a children bedroom at northeast corner, otherwise northwest corner or southwest. The toilet should be provided for the walls of south wing and only west wing, most probably. Otherwise, we can go for north wall also, but it should be at northwest corner. That is as per Vastu. Okay, guys. So these are the tips, or these are the basic principles as per Vastu, guys. Note all of you note down, or otherwise all you know. Okay. So now I already told you as per Vastu where we provide all these rooms or these portions or these toilets at where we recommended as per Vastu. Okay. Now I will tell you the minimum area what we should provide for the rooms as per our building GO number 119, guys. These are the minimum sizes of rooms, habitual rooms. That means it comes under living room or bedroom or dining, and we call the guest room, living hall. These are the habitual rooms. While the area of the dwelling unit, dwelling unit, nothing but it may be a flat or otherwise a room. That's it. That means a single floor. Here, the dwelling unit means that one. Okay, guys. And this is dwelling unit more than 50 square meters. Okay, guys. These are the minimum areas. Habitual rooms, kitchen and pantry, kitchen with dining area, bathroom, water closet, combined bath and water closet. That means toilet and doorways and etc. Okay, guys. These are as per the building code number 119, guys. GO number 119. These are the areas what we should provide in our drawing for the approval. Okay, guys. So till now, you anybody have any doubts, guys, as per Vastu or building plans or areas, something? I want to know first.
Yeah, actually, Ravi, what's my small concern? So whenever we are talking about the discussion about Vastu, we get a lot of doubts. Okay, so it's better we can keep it in the end. So yeah,
Okay.
people having a lot of doubts, they need to clarify all those doubts. And then if it is at the end of the session, we can conclude whatever the topics we have. So that's my small suggestion. Is it okay?
But at the last, they may forget about the topic.
No, no one can forget it. You told like that. You told everything clearly.
Oh.
No one can forget it. Yeah, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Briefly, I am saying it as a tips. Okay. Again, I am saying as for the Vastu. Simply, we can say for the staircase,
Yeah,
we have to provide.
1 minute. Guys, even if you have any doubts, you just use a chat box and type your doubts in a chat box. Once we end the session, we will clarify all your doubts. So that's better. Okay. So you can use the chat box. You write your doubts right now in chat box. We will take all our doubts at the end. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So I will continue. So client requirements we over with the Vastu guys. So now we are going for the building plan approval. That means as per GO number 119, I'm already told you what will the area should be in meter square as per this PDF guys. These are the minimum setbacks I already told you. So first of all, the client will go to the licensed surveyor or licensed engineer for his house approval, and he will share his documents, and he will verify, the licensed surveyor should verify that site and the road width and the documents, and he will do the drawing. The drawings I will share. I will open it one second. Where someone asked what is stilt floor. Stilt floor means the floor which is provided for the parking. Okay. And what is pantry? Pantry means utility guys. Otherwise, a small cupboard or small room which we use it for store our kitchen material, that like spoons, etc., and fruits, the vegetables, dishes, wash basins, etc. What is the minimum dimension required for the staircase? Nice question guys. So here, okay, I will start with this. These are the building plans guys. Hope you all can see, right? Andari kanapadutundandi?
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
Okay na. So stilt floor adigaru kada. Someone asked what is stilt floor. This is stilt floor guys. That means the whole floor is utilized as a parking floor only. That means we can't construct any kind of structure here. That is in the GO, right? GO. Okay guys, we can't construct any rooms or any structures, any portion of the houses in this stilt floor. We can construct only watchman room, otherwise single toilet for the watchman. Okay guys, this is called stilt floor. Here, first of all, I will say from the site plan. I will start from the site plan. This is the site plan guys. So it area comes under 307.69. Okay, this is comes under 300 to 400 square meters. Okay, here 300 to 400 square meters. And here, and the one main thing is, whenever we are going for the approval, the site abutting road which should be more than 9 meters. Otherwise, we have to provide 4.5 meters from the center to the center. Okay guys, center of the road. That means if it is a center, that means it is have a 16 feet of road. That means 4.8. So the remaining is 4.2. So I simply take it as 2.1 meter at the both the ends. Okay guys, this is called road winding. We have to provide road winding in this kind of approval plans, which is not acceptable in the working drawings. We don't show this for the client as a working drawing in the working drawing, but in the approval drawing we have to show the road winding and abutting roads, abutting width, and what is it at the side boundaries. That means it is having a existing building at the west side and at the same time at the south side also. Okay guys, and these are the minimum requirements what we show in this drawing, guys, in this site plan. That means he is having a 19.8 and 15.54 of site width. Okay, so here he is having a road of 4.8 meters. That's why we are showing 2.13 meters of road widening here. Okay, and after here, once again I am showing the so it comes under 200 to 300 area. So we most, and that means maximum height we can construct is 10 meters, and front setback is 2 meters, and surrounding setback is 1.5 meters. Okay, guys, when we are going 2 floors only, that means including steel floor. So that when that means we can go for a front setback of 2 meters, and all round setback is 1 meter. That means we don't need to provide 1.5 setbacks for a height of, that means for a 2 floors building. While we are constructing, we are going for a approval of 3 floor building. Then also then only we can go for a 1.5 all round setback. Okay, guys. So now this is the site plan, and now it is having a slab width of 16.8 and 99.91 of dimensions. Now the client requirement is he want to construct a G+2 floor building, that means including steel floor. So simply I can write it as proposed steel and GF first floor and second floor building. So here is the plan. You want lift also, so I simply constructed a midland lifting for the client requirement. So these are the drawings, guys. So someone asked what is the minimum staircase width, right? So as per the GO, the minimum width for the residential buildings, that means individual buildings, that is 1 meter. The single width, that means single flight width, that is, this should be 1 meter. For the apartment building, that means when he is constructing a 2 flats or 3 flats, he has to provide, instead of 1 meter, he has to provide 1.22 meters of width. Okay, guys. So for an individual buildings, the flight width should be, the staircase flight width should be 1 meter. For a residential apartmental buildings, the staircase flight width should be 1.2 meter. That means the both flight width, the staircase width should be 2.4 meter. The staircase, and for the commercial building, the staircase flight width should be 3 meters. That means single flight width should be minimum 1.5 meter. Okay, guys. And this is the parking, and this is the watchman room. And now this is the ground floor plan. This is the kitchen, guys. I don't write letters here, but this is the kitchen. I will mark the arrows. That means simply you can understand. Okay, it is a north facing side, guys, north facing building. So simply, as I am already told you, for the north facing side, I have to provide a staircase at northwest corner, otherwise southeast corner or southwest corner. But most of the clients only prefer northeast corner entry. It may be north or it may be south, east. So I prefer northeast corner entry. That means east entry. So here I provide south staircase and the lift at southeast corner. This is a midland lift, guys. So this is the kitchen. I am provided the kitchen at the southeast corner, and this is the general bedroom. Okay, and these are the toilets, and this is the master bedroom, and this is the second master bedroom, and this is the balcony for him, and this is toilet. Okay, guys. So these are the minimum requirements. And one more thing, guys, while we are going for the approval, the ventilation should be of 10% of the internal dimensions of the room. That means here we have 5 meters and 4.5 meters. That means more than 22 meters. The 22 square meters, the ventilation should be more than that means 10% of 22.5 meters. That means it should not be less than 0.25 square meters. Sorry, 2.5 square meters. Okay, guys. So that much of width of ventilator or window we have to provide for the bedrooms or any other rooms. We have to keep in mind. We have to keep it in mind while we are designing a room or we are going for a plan for approval. This is the thing. This is the one thing we have to keep in mind, guys. And these are the toilets. And this is the second floor and first floor. The total tile, that means these are the overall drawing we have to draw for a approval, guys. That means we have to draw, we will draw floor plans, and these are the terrace plan. Okay, and elevation and section. These are the minimal, these are the structural drawings. These are not required, but when we already go for a structural drawing, he will give some drawings. We can put it in here for our requirement. And these are the location plan, and these are text, guys. That means what we are, where our building is here, in which survey number it is here, and in which ward and which zone, and what is the owner name, and what is the area what we got. So what is the total area, what is road winding area, what is net site area. Here, guys, total site area means this is the total site area, guys. That means the overall site. And road winding area, that means 2.13 into what is the width of our site, 19.8, guys. This is the road winding width, road winding area. And when we minus both this, we subtract 42.17 with this area, we will get the net site area. That means this is the net site area, guys. Okay, so after the setback relaxation, we will get this slab area. That means working area. This is the working area. How many floors? Here, one thing, guys. The government, as per the government GO, the government don't charge any cost for the still floor. That means parking floor. This is the one thing we have to keep in mind. That's why while we are going for a parking floor, we have to leave the whole floor for the parking only. We do not construct any kind of things in that parking floor. That's why I'm already saying, I already told you why. This is the reason. The government do not charge this whole slab area. It doesn't charge any charges for that area. That's why the government do not accept any kind of structures in this parking area. Okay, guys. So that means vacant site area. This is simple, guys. We will subtract our working area or our floor area from the next site area. We will get the vacant site area and number of units. Number of units means number of floors. That means I already told you still floor doesn't count as a floor. So this is the G ground plus first and second. So that's why I take as 3 units. Okay, guys. So these are the door requirements. That means legend, what we call legend, or in some other drawings it is called as details. Someone wrote it as a list of details, etc. I note it as joinery. So what are the doors, what are the windows, I used it in this drawing. Okay. And one more thing, mortgage. Someone have the mortgage. What is mortgage means? When the site is more than 200 square meters and when the site is more than 200 square meters, the buyer or the contractor should leave 10% of area for the government. Simply we can say the client has to register this area, this 10% area for the government until he construct whole the plan as per this working drawing. Okay, guys. That means as per the approval plan. when he doesn't construct like this, this total area will be locked down, and this will be taken as a government. It is under the control of government. He can't use, or he can't sell this area. If he want to sell this ground floor area, he only can sell this how much area? 162. That means 110 square meters of area only he can sell to the other person. He can't sell 52. That means 50 square meters of this 10% area. He can't sell to the other persons. The registration can't be done. Only he can sell after when the client construct all this drawing as per this plan only. Then only he can the government give this 10% area back to the client, and that means NOC letter from the government. Then only he can sell this 10% area to the other client or other party or something. Okay, guys. So these are the plans, guys. I am showing another one. This is also a steel G+3 building, and one more thing, guys. So 4.5 meters of wide driveway. This is more important thing, guys. While we are constructing a parking floor, we should leave 4.5 meters clear width for the vehicle movement, for the entry or exit of the vehicle. Okay, guys. These are the main thing we have to provide as per the drawing. That means as per the rules. And height. What is the height of the building? That means I already told you I can't construct more than 10 meters. That's why I take it as 3 meters as of for each floor. And that means here my building height is 9 meters only, because the steel floor can't be counted as a floor. Okay, guys. That means 2.75 meters is don't counted in the height of the building. Okay. So that's it, guys. These are the building plans. Okay, I will show you one more thing. Okay, this is also a G+1 building, ground floor, first floor. All are the same, guys. What we have to provide in this drawing is simply site plan and floor plans, location plan, section and elevation, and this title box. Okay. That means in this title, what we'll write is how many floors we are constructing, which area, which door number, which survey number, if it is have any plot number or otherwise, which ward number, which zone it comes under, what are the owner name, what is the owner name, and what is the area details, and that means doors, that means list of doors what we use, and windows what we use, sizes of window, and what are the scales that we used in this drawing. That's it, guys. These are, and the north direction, in which direction the site abutting road is, that is the facing of the that means facing of the road. These are the minimum requirements of plan while we are going for approval, and these are the minimum details we should draw in this drawing while we are going for approval. That means the licensed surveyor or otherwise licensed engineer, whoever maybe, he will draw plan like this, and he will simply submit to the higher authority of building inspector or otherwise ward planner. He will submit this plan to him, and he will get the plan after his approval, and he will do the construction. After approval only he can go for the construction. Otherwise the building inspector may dismantle the building. Otherwise when he will go deviate. And one more thing, guys, now one more thing I have to share is deviation. The word deviation in this building is, here I am constructing I am taking a width as 0.5 meters, right? And here also I am taking as, hello, hello, Okay, guys. Deviation means I am providing a 0.5 meters width at here, but on ground I am having a 0.3 meters width. That means this 0.2 meters of width is called deviation. Okay, guys. For this deviation, he can the building inspector or otherwise the ward planner or whoever maybe, he can come and he can easily dismantle, and or otherwise he has a right to dismantle this portion, because we are taking a plan, we are showing our setback as 0.5, but we are constructing 0.3. So he has a right to dismantle this thing. So this 0.2 meters of width, what we called as deviation. For this deviation, we have a lot of GOs. Otherwise, we have a lot of methods or lot of what we call methods or otherwise GOs. We have other GOs or progresses or schemes. What we called the simplest scheme is building panelization scheme. It is developed by the, or it will be provided by the government. In that scheme only we can go for this 0.2 meters width of for the approval. Then only we can leave this place. Otherwise, he has a right at the from the starting of the construction to ending of the construction. Whenever he want to dismantle this 0.2 width, he can dismantle. Okay, guys. Anybody have any doubts, guys?
Thanks for the detailed information, sir, you've provided. You made it super clear and detailed. So now attendees, you can pose your questions if you have any, one by one, please. You can either type your question in the chat box or unmute and get yours clarified. So please try typing it in the chat box. Also, I'll share the link for feedback form now. Please do leave your valuable feedback in the link provided. Thank you. You can go on.
Hello, sir.
Hello, tell me.
Sir, this montage area undi kada?
Okay. Mortgage area.
అది ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారా?
ఓకే దా చెప్తాను. ఒక్కసారి వినండి. డ్రాయింగ్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్దాం. ఇంకోసారి చెప్తున్నానండి. మార్టిగేజ్ ఏరియా అనేది ఏం లేదండి. మార్టిగేజ్ ఏరియా ఏంటంటే ఒక 10% ఏరియాని మనం గవర్నమెంట్ కి మనం సేల్ డీడ్ రాస్తాం. ఎప్పుడు ద సైట్ ఏరియా, ఎప్పుడైతే మన సైట్ ఏరియా అనేది 200 కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండి, అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే మొన్నటి వరకు ఒక జీవో ఉండేది, 168 జీవో ఉండేది. అందులో ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైతే మనం 3 floors బిల్డింగ్ అంటే G+2 floors బిల్డింగ్ ఎప్పుడైతే కడతామో, ఆ కట్టిన ప్రతి బిల్డింగ్ కి కూడా ఏరియాతో సంబంధం లేకుండా ప్రతి బిల్డింగ్ కూడా మనం 10% ఏరియా అనేది మనం సేల్ డీడ్ రాసేవాళ్ళం గవర్నమెంట్ కి. ఓకే, అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ జీవీఎంసీ అదర్వైజ్ ఎనీ మున్సిపాలిటీస్ కి. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైతే 119 జీవో అనేది వచ్చిందో అందులో క్లియర్ గా ఏముందంటే, ఎప్పుడైతే మీ ఏరియా అనేది సైట్ ఏరియా, నెట్ సైట్ ఏరియా అనేది ఆఫ్టర్ రోడ్ వైండింగ్, ఓకే, నెట్ సైట్ ఏరియా అనేది ఎప్పుడైతే మీకు 200 square meters దాటి ఉంటుందో అప్పుడు మాత్రం మీరు 10% ఏరియా అనేది మీరు గవర్నమెంట్ కి మనం సేల్ డీడ్ రాస్తాం. రాసిన తర్వాత మనం ఎలా అయితే ప్లాన్ మనం ఇక్కడ ఎలా అయితే చూపించామో, అంటే 1.5 ఇక్కడ లీవ్ చేస్తానని సెట్ బ్యాక్, ఇక్కడ 1.5 లీవ్ చేస్తానని, ఇక్కడ 1.5 లీవ్ చేస్తానని, ఫ్రంట్ లో 2 meters వదులుతానని రాశాం కదా. ఇలా ఈ స్లాబ్ మొత్తం ఈ ఓపెన్ ఏరియా అనేది ఇలా మనం మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే మనం వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, సార్ నేను యాజ్ పర్ ప్లాన్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేశాను అని చెప్పిన తర్వాత వాడు మనకి ఒక NOC లెటర్ అనేది ఇస్తాడు. అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ నో అబ్జెక్షన్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అనేది వాడు మనకి ఇస్తాడు. అది తీసుకొని మనం మళ్ళీ అదే గవర్నమెంట్ ప్లానర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే ఈ 10% మార్టిగేజ్ ఏరియా అనేది ఏదైతే ఉందో వాడు మనకి అది రిలీజ్ చేస్తాడు. అది రిలీజ్ చేయకపోతే ఏమవుతుందంటే, ఇప్పుడు మనం మొన్నటి వరకు డాక్యుమెంట్స్ పరంగా మనకి రిజిస్ట్రేషన్స్ అనేవి అవుతాయి కదండి. అదే మనం బ్యాంక్ లోన్స్ కానీ లేదంటే ఇదే ఫ్లోర్ ని మన బ్రదర్ కో లేదంటే ఎనీ అదర్ పర్సన్ కి అమ్మాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఈ ప్లాన్ ద్వారా మనం రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఎప్పుడైతే చేస్తామో అప్పుడు ఈ ప్లాన్ లో ఇలా హ్యాచింగ్ ఉన్నా, లేదంటే ఇక్కడ ఇలా మార్టిగేజ్ ఏరియా అని రాసున్నా ఏమండి, వాడు ఆ 10% ఏరియా అనేది హోల్డ్ లో పెడతాడు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఈ గ్రౌండ్ ఫ్లోర్ ప్లాన్ ని నేను మా బ్రదర్ కి రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఎప్పుడు కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అయిపోయింది, ఎన్ఓసి ఏం తేలేదు, వాడికి ఇది ఈజీగా రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫీస్ లో వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే ఈ 52 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ ని ఈ 166 ఉంది కదండి, దాంట్లో మైనస్ చేసేస్తాడు. టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఇప్పుడు 166 ఉంది కదా, సో మైనస్ చేస్తే ఎంత వస్తుంది, 112 ఎంతో వస్తుంది కదా. ఆ 112 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ కి మాత్రమే మనకు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ అవుతుంది. ఈ 52 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ అలానే ఉంటుంది ఎప్పటి వరకు, ఎన్ఓసి తెచ్చుకోనంత వరకు. ఓకేనండి, ఇది మార్టిగేజ్ ఏరియా అంటే. అది అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ కానీ పెద్ద బిల్డింగ్స్ కానీ ఏవైతే ఏరియా అనేది 200 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందో, అండ్ ద ఏరియా ఈస్ మోర్ దెన్ 200 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్, we should provide 10% యాజ్ ఎ మార్టిగేజ్. ఓకే, ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్లు ఉన్నాయండి? అర్థమైందా ఇప్పటికైనా?
అవునండి, అర్థమైంది.
పర్లేదు, ఇంకా అర్థం కాకపోతే చెప్తాను.
మనం ఈ హ్యాచింగ్ అనేది ఈ రైట్ సైడ్ ఎందుకు ఇచ్చినామని ఎక్కడైనా?
ఓకే, వెల్ గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్. రైట్ సైడ్ అంటే మన క్లయింట్ అనేది వాడు చెప్తాడు అనమాట. ఏదర్ ఈ 2 రూమ్లు పెట్టేనా, ఈ రూమ్లు పెట్టనా, ఇక్కడ పెట్టనా అనేది మనకు చెప్తాడు. మోస్ట్లీ ఏంటంటే ఎంట్రన్స్ లో పెట్టాం అనుకో, మనకి ఎంట్రన్సే వాడు లాక్ చేసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతాడు నువ్వు ఎన్ఓసి తెచ్చుకోపోతే. అప్పుడు ఈ పోర్షన్ మొత్తం వేస్టేగా మనకి. అర్థమైందా బ్రో? అర్థమైందా? సో అంతే, అంటే క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ బట్టి క్లయింట్ అనేవాడు ఏమైనా చెప్పొచ్చు. క్లయింట్ అనేవాడు ఈ చివర ఈ జనరల్ బెడ్రూమ్ ఉంది, ఆ బెడ్రూమ్ ఒక్కటే పెట్టండి అన్నాడు అనుకో, ఆ బెడ్రూమ్, ఈ చిన్న బెడ్రూమ్ ఉంది, ఆ బెడ్రూమ్ పెట్టమన్నాడు అనుకో, అవే పెడతాం మనం. అర్థమైందా?
ఇప్పుడు క్లయింట్ ఏదైతే ఒకవేళ క్లయింట్ తెలియకపోతే మనకు అతనికి జియోస్ కానీ ఇవన్నీ
బ్యాక్ సైడ్ వదిలేస్తాం. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాను కదా, ఏవైతే మనకి యూటిలైజేషన్ తక్కువ ఉన్నాయో అలాంటి వాటిని పెట్టేసుకుంటాం. ఏదర్ ఎంట్రీ ఫ్రంట్ ఎంట్రీ అనేది మనం ఉంచుకొని బ్యాక్ సైడ్ కోసేస్తాం. సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఇది ఉంది, ఇది ఎందుకు ఇక్కడ పెట్టాను అన్నావు కదా రైట్ సైడ్ అని, నాకు ఫేసింగ్ అయితే ఇది కదా, నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ కార్నర్ కదా, ఈ మొక్క మొత్తాన్ని నేను యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా ఇప్పుడు.
అవునవును,
అంతే కదా.
అవునవును,
ఈ లెఫ్ట్ వింగ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఈ లెఫ్ట్ వింగ్ మొత్తం నేను యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఈ వింగ్ నేను యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోక్కర్లా ఇన్ కేస్ ఎన్ఓసి రాకపోతే. అర్థమైందా? అలా అంటే సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే, వన్ వర్డ్ లో చెప్పాలంటే బ్యాక్ సైడ్, అదర్వైజ్ యాజ్ పర్ క్లయింట్ సైడ్. ఓకే, క్లయింట్ స్పెసిఫిక్ గా పలానా రూమ్ అని చెప్పాడు అనుకో, అవే రూమ్స్ పెడతాం, లేదంటే ఇలానే వదిలేస్తాం, మనం బ్యాక్ సైడ్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసి వదిలేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? ఓకేనా. అండ్ ఎవరో టీడీఆర్ గురించి అడిగారండి, చెప్పండి. ఒక్క నిమిషమే, ఇంకొకరు క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు. ఇంకొకరు టీడీఆర్ గురించి అడిగారు. టీడీఆర్ అంటే ఏం లేదండి, ఇప్పుడు సింపుల్ గా చెప్తాను. ఇప్పుడు రోడ్ వైడింగ్ మీకు అందరికి అర్థమైంది కదా, ఒక్కసారి అందరూ ఎస్ చెప్పరా, కొంచెం ఐ విల్ ఫీల్ బెటర్. కొంచెం అర్థం కాకపోతే ఇంకోసారి చెప్దాం. సో రోడ్ టీడీఆర్ అని ఎవరైతే అడిగారో వాళ్ళకి చెప్తున్నానండి. టీడీఆర్ అనేది ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు మన విడ్త్ 4.8 మీటర్స్ ఉంది, దట్స్ వై వీఆర్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ 2.1 మీటర్స్ ఆఫ్ రోడ్ వైడింగ్. అలా కాకుండా ఇక్కడ నాకు రోడ్ అనేది 9 మీటర్స్ ఉందనుకోండి, బట్ మాస్టర్ ప్లాన్ అనేది జీవీఎంసీ వాడి దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. ఆ ప్లాన్ లో లేదు అంటే వాడు రోడ్డు వైండింగ్ కోసం, అంటే ప్రపోజల్ కోసం, ఫ్యూచర్ కోసం వాడు 30 ఫీట్ ఉన్న రోడ్డుని ఒక 50 ఫీట్, అదర్వైజ్ 60 ఫీట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఆ ఎక్స్ట్రా 15 ఫీట్ అనేది మనం లాస్ అవుతాం కదా, ఆ లాస్ అయిన పోర్షన్ ని వాడు టీడీఆర్ కింద ఇస్తాడు. అంటే ట్రాన్స్ఫరబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ రైట్ అనేసి ఒక సర్టిఫికెట్ ఇస్తాడు వాడు మనకి. ఆ ఏరియా, ఆ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఏరియా ఎంతైతే ఉందో, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఇదే అనుకుందాం 15 స్క్వేర్, అంటే 15 ఫీట్ అన్నాను కదండి, ఆ 15 ఫీట్ ఏరియా ఎంతైతే మనది సైట్ పోతుందో దానికి వాడు సర్టిఫికెట్ మనకు రాసిస్తాడు గవర్నమెంట్ వాడు. ఇట్ మేబీ జీవీఎంసీ ఆర్ అదర్ మున్సిపాలిటీస్ అనేవి మనకు ఒక సర్టిఫికెట్ ఇస్తారు. ఆ సర్టిఫికెట్ బేస్ చేసుకొని మనం ఏం చేసుకోవచ్చు అంటే, ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇక్కడ 2nd ఫ్లోర్ వరకే మనకి ఎలిజిబుల్ కదా, మనకి ఈ హైట్ 10 మీటర్స్ వరకే హైట్ ఎలిజిబుల్ కదా, ఆ ఏదైతే ఏరియా ఉందో దాన్ని 3rd ఫ్లోర్ లో మనం వేసుకోవచ్చు అన్నమాట. ఓకేనండి, ఇది టీడీఆర్ అంటే. ఓకేనా, అర్థమైందండి? టీడీఆర్ అంటే ఎవరో డౌట్ అడిగారు కదా, వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా అర్థమైందా, ఇంకోసారి చెప్పమంటారా? హలో జగన్.
సార్ హలో హలో
అర్థమైందండి?
సార్ ఏం లేదు, నాకు డౌట్ ఏంటంటే సార్ ఇది మనకి వేరే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి కొంటా ఉంటారు కదా, పర్చేస్ చేస్తా.
రైట్, అది కూడా రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఇదిగో సపోజ్ మీ సైట్ ఉంది జగన్, ఓకేనా? మీది పెద్ద సైట్ ఉంది, మీ రోడ్ విడ్త్ వచ్చేసి 40 feet ఉంది, ఓకే? మీ ఏరియాలో రోడ్ వైండింగ్ చేస్తాను అన్నాడు వాడు, అంటే దట్ నథింగ్ బట్ అక్కడ రోడ్ వెహికల్స్ ఎక్కువ మూవ్మెంట్ ఉంది, వాడు దాన్ని 60 feet మారుస్తాడు, ఓకేనా? ఆ ఎక్స్ట్రా 10 feet అంటే 10 feet మీకు, 10 feet మీ ఆపోజిట్ వాళ్ళకి కదా. ఆ 10 feet కి మీకు రైట్ ఇస్తాడు టీడీఆర్ అనేది, ఓకేనా? మీకు ఒక సర్టిఫికేట్ ఇస్తాడు. ఇప్పటి వరకు చెప్పాను కదా టీడీఆర్ అంటే ఏంటనేది. ఆ సర్టిఫికేట్ అనేది ఇప్పుడు మీరు కట్టుకోరు, మీరు 3rd floor కట్టుకుని మీకు ఆప్షన్ లేదు, అంటే మీకు ఇష్టం లేదు, మీకు రిక్వైర్మెంట్ లేదు, అప్పుడు మీరు దాన్ని సెల్కి పెట్టొచ్చు, అంటే సేల్కి పెట్టొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు అపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, అపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు కట్టే వాళ్ళకి కానీ వేరే వాళ్ళకి అమ్మారు అనుకోండి బిల్డర్స్ కి, వాళ్ళు ఆ సర్టిఫికేట్ ని చూపించుకొని ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫ్లోర్ వేసుకోవచ్చు వాళ్ళు.
ఓకే సార్,
అర్థమైందండి? అదే ఈ సేల్, దాన్ని వాళ్ళు అలా అమ్ముతారు అనమాట. అమ్మడం కొనడం అలానే జరుగుతుంది. సేల్ అండ్ బై అనేది అలానే జరుగుతుంది టీడీఆర్ అనేది, అంతే, ఇంకేం కాదండి. ఇగో సింపుల్ గా చెప్తున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఇదే అపార్ట్మెంట్ అనుకోండి, లేదంటే నాకు 4 brothers ఉన్నారు, 4th floor నీడెడ్, ఏదర్ నేను ఇంకో ఫ్లోర్ వేయాలంటే కన్ఫర్మ్ గా టీడీఆర్ కొనుక్కోవాలి, ఓకేనా? టీడీఆర్ కొనుక్కుంటేనే యాజ్ పర్ అప్రూవల్ ప్రకారం అది అప్రూవ్ అవుతుంది. టీడీఆర్ లేదనుకోండి, నేను కట్టడానికి లేదు, అనాథరైజ్డ్ గా కట్టాలి. అనాథరైజ్డ్ గా కట్టి నేను చెప్పాను కదా ఇందాకలా, వాళ్ళకి రైట్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట, ఎప్పుడైనా వచ్చి వాళ్ళు డిస్మాంటిల్ చేసేవచ్చు, ఓకేనా? అంతే, ఇదే టీడీఆర్ అంటే.
అంటే ఇంకో డౌట్ ఏంటంటే సార్, ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ కి మేము చూసేది ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళకి ఒక 500 గజాల స్థలం ఉంటది,
500 square yards,
500 square yards, వాళ్ళకి 5 floors కి వాళ్ళ పర్మిషన్ వస్తుంది, అంటే యాజ్ యూజువల్ యాజ్ నార్మల్ సెట్ బ్యాక్స్ ప్రకారం పర్మిషన్ వస్తుంది. కానీ వాళ్ళు కూడా ఒక టీడీఆర్ అనేది పెట్టుకుంటారు 5th floor కి, అంత అవసరం ఏముంది అనేది ఒక డౌట్.
టీడీఆర్ కి ఇప్పుడు మీరు అన్నారు, ఎంత అన్నారు మీరు?
ఒక 500 square yards ఉంటుంది.
500 square yards. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు 500 square yards ని కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తే 400 to 500 దాంట్లోకి వస్తుంది, ఓకేనా? దాని హైట్ ఎంత వరకు?
12 meters వరకు.
పర్మిసిబుల్ హైట్ 12 meters. అంటే ఎన్ని ఫ్లోర్స్? 4 floors, ఓకేనా? అక్కడ మనకి మీరు చూసుంటే కరెక్ట్ గా గమనించండి, వాడు అక్కడ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫ్లోర్ వేస్తాడు, అంటే 4th floor కూడా ఉంటుంది వాడికి, ఓకేనా? ఆ 4th floor ఎలా వేసాడంటే ఇలా టీడీఆర్ కొని వేస్తాడు, ఓకేనండి? అదేవిధంగా గ్రౌండ్ 1st, 2nd, 3rd వేసేస్తాడండి వాడు. 4 ఫ్లోర్లు కదా, గ్రౌండ్ 1st, 2nd, 3rd వేసేస్తాడు. వాడు మళ్ళీ 4th floor వేసుకోవాలిగా, వాడు అమ్ముకోవాలిగా, అందుకని టీడీఆర్ తీసుకుంటారు, ఓకేనండి?
ఓకే సార్, క్లియర్ సార్.
ఓకేనండి. ఎనీవన్ గైస్, ఎవరికైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి?
సార్, ఈ జీవో అనేది స్టేట్ టు స్టేట్ మారిపోతుందా?
లేదండి, స్టేట్ ఒకటే.
స్టేట్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, తెలంగాణ
కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ రెండింటికి ఒకటేలేండి. మనకి ఈ 119 అనేది ఎప్పుడు వచ్చిందంటే ఆఫ్టర్ బైఫర్కేషన్ వచ్చింది, బట్ మోస్ట్లీ కంబైన్ గానే ఉంటాయి, సేమ్ గానే ఉంటాయి. ఏరియాస్ మారుతుంటాయండి, మీకు సింపుల్ గా చెప్తున్నాను, ఏరియాస్ మారుతుంటాయి. కంజెస్టెడ్ ఏరియాస్ అని, ప్రైవేట్ లేఅవుట్ అని, అప్రూవ్డ్ లేఅవుట్ అని, ఎల్ఆర్ఎస్ అని, ఓకేనండి? కొన్ని ఏరియాస్ మారుతుంటాయి, ఏరియాస్ మట్టి సెట్ బ్యాక్స్ అటు ఇటు కొంచెం మారుతాయి, అంతే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు చెప్తాను, ఈ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఇది సేమ్ అండి, సిమిలర్ గానే ఉంటుంది, ఓకేనా? ఆల్మోస్ట్ సేమ్ గానే ఉంటుంది. ఏరియాస్ అన్నాను కదా, సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. కంజెస్టెడ్ ఏరియా అంటే కొండ పైన కడతారు కదండి ఇల్లులు, అలాంటి వాటి కానీ స్లమ్స్ అంటారు, స్లమ్స్. వాడికి అక్కడ ఉన్న ప్లేస్ తక్కువ, అంటే 60 square yards లోపే ఉంటది వాడికి, కానీ వాడు ఎక్కువ కట్టాలి, కడితే గానీ వాడికి అవ్వదు, అర్థమైందా? అలాంటి వాటిలో కొంత ఎగ్జామ్షన్ ఇస్తారు అనమాట, ఎగ్జామ్షన్ ఇస్తారు వాళ్ళకి, ఓకేనా? అవి అంటే ఈ జీవోని పట్టుకొనే, ఇప్పుడు ఏదైతే జీవో ఉందో 119 పట్టుకొనే, ఆ తర్వాత దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని వచ్చిన జీవోలు అవి, అంటే వీళ్ళకి ఇంత రిలాక్సేషన్ ఇవ్వచ్చు అనేది వస్తుంది తప్ప, ఈ జీవో అయితే ఆల్మోస్ట్ అందరికి ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. ఏరియాస్ బట్టి మారుతాయి. ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ అక్కడ ఏమైనా వాటర్ బాడీ ఏమైనా ఉందనుకోండి, వాటర్ బాడీ ఏమైనా ఉంటే దానికి ఒక 2 meters 3 meters, మనం ఒక మినిమం 2 meters అంటే 10 feet కానీ 20 feet కానీ అక్కడ మనం వదిలేయాలి, 10 feet మినిమం వదిలేయాలి మన సైట్ నుంచి. సో అలాంటి రూల్స్ అనేవి ఏంటంటే ఈ జీవోని బేస్ చేసుకుని వచ్చినవి,
ఓకే
ఓకేనండి, సర్క్యులర్ టైప్ అంతే, దట్స్ ఇట్.
ఈ జియో గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేయగలుగుతారా, లేకపోతే నెట్ లో దొరుకుతుందా?
నెట్ లో దొరికేస్తుంది.
జియో 119
అని కొడితే వస్తుంది. ఎందుకు ఈ పీడిఎఫ్ షేర్ చేస్తానండి, 2 పీడిఎఫ్ గ్రూప్ లో పెడతాను.
ఓకే అండి,
ఓకేనా? ఓకే, ఇంకెవరికైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి?
సార్ హలో
చెప్పండి
సార్. సార్ బిల్డింగ్ ప్లానర్ అవ్వాలంటే, అంటే ప్లాన్స్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఏమైనా సపరేట్ గా ఏమైనా ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంటుందా సార్?
దానికి ఫర్మ్ ఉంటుంది, లైసెన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి.
ఓకే సార్, అది కొంచెం ప్రొసీజర్ ఏంటో చెప్పగలరా?
ఇంట్రెస్టెడా?
లేదు సార్, యాక్చువల్లీ నేను నా బీటెక్ అయిపోయింది, నేను ఆల్రెడీ బయట ఒక జాబ్ చేస్తున్నాను, అందుకని.
మీకు మినిమం రిక్వైర్మెంట్ చెప్తాను, అంటే మినిమం 3 to 5 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉండాలి.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా? అది కూడా ఒక ఫర్మ్ నుంచి.
ఓకే,
ఫర్మ్ అంటే తెలుసు కదా, అంటే కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ కంపెనీ, ప్రైవేట్ లిమిటెడ్ ఇలాంటివి ఉంటాయి కదా ఫర్మ్ లో.
అదే సార్.
ఇట్ మే బి రాఘవ ఆర్కిటెక్చరల్స్, అలా ఏవైనా సరే ఒక ఫర్మ్ నుంచి ఒక 5 years మీరు చేస్తున్నట్టు ఒక సర్టిఫికేట్ ఉండాలి. మీ బీటెక్ సర్టిఫికేట్ ఉంటుంది, ఇట్ మే బి డిప్లొమా ఆర్ బీటెక్. దాన్ని పట్టుకొని మన జీవీఎంసీ ఆఫీస్ ఆర్ మున్సిపల్ ఆఫీస్కి వెళ్తారు ప్లానింగ్ వింగ్ కి.
సార్ అది ఫరం అని చెప్పారు కదా సార్, అది ఆ ఫరం లో ఇండియన్ కి సంబంధించిందే లేకపోతే వేరే కంట్రీస్ కి సంబంధించిన వర్క్ చేసినా పర్లేదా? అంటే ఇండియన్ సంబంధించిన ఫరం లోనే చేయాలా? అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ మా ఆఫీస్ వచ్చేసరికి ఆస్ట్రేలియా స్టాండర్డ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి ప్లానింగ్ అని,
మీరు ఏదైనా ఆర్కిటెక్చరల్ దాంట్లో వర్క్ చేస్తే చాలు 90%. ఇంకా మీకు ఇంకా ఎంతజియాజం ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి ఒకసారి వీళ్ళు కనుక్కోండి, ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
టౌన్ ప్లానింగ్ వింగ్ ఉంటుంది కదా?
అవును సార్.
ఏ మున్సిపాలిటీ ఆఫీస్ లో కానీ, ఏ జోనల్ ఆఫీస్ లో కానీ టౌన్ ప్లానింగ్ వింగ్ ఉంటుంది. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి అడిగారు అనుకోండి, వాళ్ళే చెప్తారు. వాళ్ళు ఏవైతే చెప్పారో ఆ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ మీరు ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకుని సరిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా
సార్? ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే, ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ అండి.
Sorry to interrupt you. Before you take any questions, ladies and gentlemen, I request all of you to please leave your valuable feedback and suggestions also before moving further. That could mean a lot for us to improve further.
Anybody guys, any doubts?
హలో సార్.
హలో
సార్, నా పేరు సుధీర్ సార్.
చెప్పండి
సార్. నేను జనరల్ గా ఒక 10 years బ్యాక్ ఒక సైట్ లో ప్లాన్ తీసుకున్నాను సార్.
ఓకే.
సో ఆ రోడ్ లో నుంచి మాస్టర్ ప్లాన్ రోడ్ వెళ్తుంది.
ఓకే.
ఆ 10 years బిఫోర్ నేను నా రోడ్ ని గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇచ్చేసాను. ఐ మీన్ నా ఫ్రంట్ ఉన్న స్పేస్ ని
గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇస్తారు. ఓకే,
గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇచ్చేసాను. ఇప్పుడు దాని నుంచి మాస్టర్ ప్లాన్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ అవుతుంది సార్. సో ఇప్పుడు దానికి టీడీఆర్ ఇస్తారా సార్, లేకపోతే
ఇస్తాను అంటున్నారు కదా? ఇవ్వరండి.
హలో, ఇవ్వరా సార్?
ఇవ్వరు సార్, ఇవ్వరు.
అంటే అదే సార్,
మీ రోడ్డు పాత్ ఎంత ఉండదండి? రోడ్డు
ఐ మీన్ ఎగ్జామ్ 6 meters ఉంది సార్.
6 meters అంతే కదా సార్? ఆల్రెడీ స్టార్టింగ్ లో చెప్పాను కదా సార్.
ఓకే.
ద రోడ్ should be more than 9 meters. That means 30 feet. Then only the TDR will be applicable. Okay nandi?
Okay. అంటే మన రోడ్
విత్ ఇస్ ఏ చేసినా సార్, ఏదైనా TDR రాదు.
ఏ చేసినా TDR రాదండి సార్?
TDR రాదు.
ఓకే.
The road width should be more than 9 meters. And master plan లో ఇన్ కేస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే అప్పుడు వస్తుందండి TDR.
మాస్టర్ ప్లాన్ లో
ఓకేనండి, ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు 9 meters కన్నా మీ రోడ్ ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి. మీ రోడ్ ఆల్రెడీ 30 feet కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండి మాస్టర్ ప్లాన్ 60 feet ఉంది అనుకోండి, అక్కడ మీరు లూజ్ అయిన 15 feet కి అప్పుడు TDR ఇస్తాడు. అంతేగాని మీ రోడ్డే 20 feet ఉంది అనుకోండి, అంటే అక్కడే మనం 5 feet లాస్ లో ఉన్నాం కదా, అప్పుడు ఎవరు. ఓకేనండి?
9 meters రోడ్ 12 meters రోడ్ కింద 9 meters
రోడ్ 12 ఇస్తారండి. TDR ఇస్తారు.
ఇన్ కేస్ రోడ్ గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇచ్చినా సరే,
గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇచ్చినా అయితే అవ్వదు. వన్స్ మనం గిఫ్ట్ డీడ్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత అవ్వదు కదా.
Okay, sir.
అవశ్యం. ఓకే
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Okay.
ఓకే, ఎనీవన్ గైస్, ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి?
If anyone having any doubts, please try to ask.
Sir, please share that feedback link in WhatsApp group also. I'm unable to do from this stream.
Hello, sir.
Harish, Harish, we will give you that feedback. And even though this GO means 119 GO, we already in our e-library, 𝗪𝗏𝗠𝗃 e-library. So I think we gave you our access, but if it not, we will give you the access to URIs. There you can get this PO and RARA compliances. Those all things we will get in our 𝗪𝗏𝗠𝗃 e-library. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Sir, good evening, sir.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్.
Sir, do you have any PDF for Vastu? Like the preference, first
No.
preference, second?
No, bro. Sorry. Sir, those are we are talking about Vastu, right? The
Yes, sir.
Vastu chapter is very big as a ocean. Okay.
Okay,
While
sir.
we are reading with two books, the matter will be different. Okay. These are the
Okay.
key points. That's it. What I told is key points. Okay. The
Okay.
minimum basic key points. That's it.
Okay, sir. Can you suggest some for Vastu?
I told you, right? Kitchen. For suppose I told you about the staircase. In which place we have to provide. That means northwest, southwest, southeast. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I asked for books.
As per books, I don't know, bro.
Okay, sir.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
I hope there is no doubts, right? Guys, if you have any doubts, still you can unmute yourself, or either you can leave your doubt in our chat box. So survey is waiting for your doubts. If not, we will move further. If there is no doubts, I think thank you so much, Ravi Prasad, for giving a vast knowledge on the architectural floor plan preparation and some GO, how we can study the GOs. And see, even no one can see in this type of content in previous. See, I didn't literally I didn't see in this type of content in previous, but you gave me all the requirements, how we can prepare for the plans for the approval, GVMC approval. Okay. We are very thankful about this. So before that, I hope thank you so much for giving vast knowledge. So so let me present my screen and we will tell you. So Anusha, can you make me as a co-host?
Sir, done.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, before that, we already covered on course on AutoCAD architecture. So let me show you that presentation. See, guys, whenever I already told you when we are in starting. So learning AutoCAD is a thing. Okay, it's not at all informative for our working career. So learning AutoCAD, whenever we learn AutoCAD, so by drawing a line, that's not a architectural work. So whenever we are going to learn AutoCAD, so try to learn the architectural works as well. So how we can learn, and we already done one course on that. See, guys, it is a AutoCAD architectural structural and step-by-step procedure for 2D modeling. How we can do that? See, one thing I wanted to tell you, someone will ask me how, sir, when I go for the 2D, can I go for the 3D AutoCAD? So see, in industry, most of the companies will never ask you for the AutoCAD 3D. We have some different software for 3D works. So by way, don't waste your time to go for a 3D works. Just go for the 2D works. Is the AutoCAD. The AutoCAD is a very means a king in 2D detailing and these things. Okay, so if you go for the 3D, just go for a Revit or 3ds Max or SketchUp. So that will be better, and it's also giving you the benefits either in a 2D and 3D. So come to here, we just discuss about the getting started. So here, introduction about AutoCAD, when AutoCAD came to India, and how the what type of work we will do without AutoCAD. Those things we discuss here, and discuss about the CAD commands. See, if you go for the CAD commands, so we have a 1,000 number of commands. We don't want to use all those things. Don't remember all those things. So try to remember only nearly 10 to 20 CAD commands will help you to achieve whatever we want to draw. So that's it. Don't go for that. And here is the overview on CAD display interface. So see guys, every time whenever you see any software like Revit or 3ds Max and SketchUp, so every software is come based upon the CAD only. So even if you see anywhere, so same ribbon menu is the same, and some of the quick access toolbars is also same. So if you know the CAD very well, and if you know if you bit familiar with the CAD, so you can operate any of the software. So in some another software also you can easily use it. And here we discuss about how we can use the draw commands. So if you go for the draw panel, so how we can do the draw a line and draw polyline, and how we can draw the spline. These all things we already discussed. And modify annotation layer and block, how we can make it as a block. What are the things we need to change in the properties and group and utility. And come to, this is all about the AutoCAD. So this is only the AutoCAD thing. And come to our work. So we all are working as engineers. So we need to learn the Vastu. Without Vastu, we are only doing the copy paste work. But learn the Vastu, and you can draw your own plan, like say. So here we discuss about the step 1 is a introduction about Vastu, and discuss about engineering Vastu. What it is a engineering Vastu is when you are in a second year in BPD. So we always discussing about how we can study in a, wait a minute. Yeah, how we can study as per the sun. Okay, so in our BPT, everything will be related upon the sun path. So based upon that, how our BPD will work, and what are the Vastu related, some our ancestors told, like yeah, this is Vastu, these all things. And we discussed about all room Vastu. How if you go for the north, means bedroom where we need to put it, and staircases where we need to put, and kitchen, and these all things we already discussed. And discuss about all the direction Vastu plans. If you go for the north, as already Ravi Prasad sir told that, if you go for the north, so you need to place your bedrooms, staircases in the right direction. If you go for the south, it will be changed, right? So all those, if you go for the south facing, and how we can decide the rooms and these things, okay? And if you go for the north facing, and if you go for the east or west, so how we can draw Vastu plans as per that. And here is also main important client requirements. Without all of our client was not a technical person, right? So they have some land and they have money. So they need a proper engineer to guide them and to give a good plans. So that's why we need to take some client requirements from the client. So what are the requirements? Proposed site dimension. At least we need to take the dimension. And after that, building facing and existing road and road width. So based upon these thing only, so by facing and existing road, is there any road is there? Yeah, we have a north and southwest road. So, and what is the width of the road? Based upon this width of the road, we will go to the GO 119, and we can decide how much setbacks I need to leave in a front side, and the rest of the sides, how much setbacks we need to leave, and how many floors we need to go. These all things we will decide, and come to required rooms and floors. So how many rooms you need and how many floors you need? I need a 3 BHK and I need a 2 BHK. Like that, client will say, will give you the requirements. Otherwise, you need to ask for them. Okay, if you don't ask, so you done your work. So once if you just present to the client will say, why you decide the 2 BHK? I need a 3 BHK. So at the time, you need to redesign all these things. So these are the main requirements you need to take it from the client. So, and parking, other requirements. How many, is there any car parking required, or is there any bike parking required? So these things and other requirements. If you go for the Muslims, so they don't need a puja. So like puja rooms like that. And we have a lot of other requirements, like some people will, so nowadays it's common for all our open kitchen. So sometimes the client will give you the other requirements. So how we can take those, and what are the things? And also here we discussed about what is what is our what overall about our civil engineering. So those all things we covered in our course and proposed drawing on paper. So yeah, initially as a fresher we can't draw perfectly in AutoCAD. So that's why we always suggest our freshers to draw your floor plan as per Vastu or some GVMC rules in our one paper. After that, you can clarify all those doubts and you can go for the AutoCAD. Then only you can clarify all your doubts and you can work with efficiently on AutoCAD. So that's why here how we can decide the setbacks for 4 direction as per GVMC rules, either AP government rules we can call. And here is deciding a room arrangements as per Vastu, where we need to place a kitchen and where we need to place a bedroom, these all things, and draw each floor plan like ground floor and first floor. So how we can draw this and come to here drafting on AutoCAD. So yeah, it's a drafting on AutoCAD is, see guys, up to here it is an engineering work. So like Vastu we need to study and client requirements we need to know, and deciding the rooms and arrangements as an engineer we need to do. Come to AutoCAD, yeah, anyone can do this if you know the AutoCAD. So that's why we need to work with the AutoCAD as well. So we need to learn that as well. In the AutoCAD, how we can, what things you will learn, set up project units, input and output. So, and how to draw the external floor plan, external and internal walls, and draw placing a door and window, ventilator, hatch. How can you give the hatch and furniture and room blocks like a bedroom, sofa and a teapot, and these all things how we can. And annotation, giving a proper annotation will be good for the client perspective. Okay, if you mention like it's a bedroom with some proper dimensions, the client may felt like, okay, this is a small bedroom, so I can go for some enlargement. So at the time they will decide. Annotation is the main important thing, and defining and assigning the layer for different components. So layers, in the layers we have a lot of advantages, even not only in AutoCAD, everywhere, even if you go for the SketchUp, there we have a layers option. Okay, and deciding the column position and orientation. I hope you all think that this is not a architectural perspective. See, definitely it's architectural perspective. So we need to initially architecture will decide where the structural engineer need to place the column. So once the structural engineer take the project, they will go on to the work and they will decide, is this correct place or can I change it? So yeah, ultimately it is depend upon the structural engineering background. But once you come to the any changing as per the architectural, they need to talk. Either architectural and structural engineer need to talk once, and after that they will decide, okay, so in my point of view, in architectural point of view, there is some parking, I can't place a column there, so that's why I remove it. So structural engineer will say, yeah, here if we didn't have any column here, so there will be some instability in structural analysis, so I need to place it. By mutual understanding, they will decide it. So yeah, and come to here working with the layout. Without so drawing is not an important thing, and presentation is an important thing. How we can work with the layout, how we can draw the different shapes, A4, A3, A2 in our AutoCAD, and preparing for the company typical layout. How we can draw on company typical layout. And so yeah, come to here, different floor plan arrangements. In the layout, we have a lot of work in the layout. So how we can arrange the floor plans. If you have a G plus 9 stories, so you need to give a G is a 1 and plus 1, and like the typical, we need to give it as a roof flat. So how we can arrange these all things, and importing options from important options in the plot manager. If you go for the plot manager, there we have a lot of options like color print and background black and white print, how we can work on it, and prepare a printable drawings for the to present a client, how we can submit the client. So those all things is important. And come to here, and so we are very see here we already discussed the structural outlook. So my main agenda is to be every architectural need to have some proper knowledge on a structural parameter as well. So that's why we already covered, so study the architectural plans as per Vastu. So yeah, every architectural need to study the architectural plan as per how is it will be as per Vastu or not. And column placing and orientation. Based upon what criteria we decide the placing of the column and orientation of the column. and the different types of slabs. Can we go for the one way or two way? So where we need to place a one way and where we need to place a two way, those things, and methodology of designing and construction. So yeah, these are the two important things we need to talk about. So design is a somewhat another concept, and construction is somewhat something. Then these both will meet together, right? So that's why we need to always, as an engineer, we need to think so in the both point of view, either design point of view and construction point of view. If you give it as a design as per your own, so if it is not acceptable in construction, so that's not good for the engineers, right? So that's why we need to think the design point of view and construction point. And the load transfer methodology for in RCC building, how the load transfer from the slabs to footing. So if you go here and so if you are standing in a slab, so that slab load will be coming to the beams, and the beam load will be taken care by the columns, and the column load will be transferred to the footing, right? So how we can design it? What is the methodology? If you go for the methodology of the slabs, we have two different, and the PEM concept, or otherwise we have a, what is that, yield line theory. So these things you need to know. What is the yield line theory? What is the finite element analysis method? These are all things. And come to here, structural design of the design concepts of the structural components. How we can design the beam, and how we can design the column, how we can design the slab and staircase and the footing. So these are all things. And the detailing criteria as per the bending moment and shear force. Yeah. So if you talk about this is the main important thing. So if you know bending moment and shear force, so then you can learn about how we can place the reinforcement. See guys, some people will ask me, if you go for the abroad, is there any another works we have as a civil engineer? See guys, anywhere you go, so bending moment will never change, shear force will never change. If you go for the America, so there also bending moment is a bending moment, shear force is a shear force. So what the thing will change is the some of the code book and also some dimensions. So if you go for the US, there we have a feet and inches. But if you come into our India, so all the government's work will be in meters, but private works will be in feet and inches. So some rules and regulations will be changed. And here a discussion about all the RCC design IS codes. So if you go for the IS codes as a civil engineer, as a student of the civil engineer, we know only three code books. One is a IS 456, and another is a SP 16, and another one is a IS 800, right? So apart from this, we have a nearly 7+ IS codes we have. So yeah, like SP 34 and SP 18, IS 13920 and IS 16700, and for a high-rise building IS 1893, and also 875 Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5. So these are all things you need to know it. So before going to deal with the structural parameters. So these all the concept we covered already. So it is a entire 20 hours of course. So it's completely, and come to the course results. So if you take this course, how we can, what is the outcome? So what you will learn. So you can definitely learn how we can draw this site layout. So this is a site layout, okay? By adding your company typical layout, you can give it to the some clients, okay? This is a site layout, and as per the width, how much is the setbacks we leave in all the directions. These all things you need to consider. And come to here, it's a ground floor plan. So this is how we can, where we need to place a children bedroom, master bedroom. So these all things we covered, and the entire course, this is a course outcome. So once you join the course, then how we can draw this floor plan as per Vastu some government rules. So you can learn here, and come to here, it's the first floor. So come to first floor, then nothing will be changed, and only corridors and balconies is added. So so these all things you will learn here, and this was presented by 𝗵𝗶𝗶, and I'm the BTech skill, and here. So yeah, if you go for our course, and there you can get it all the stuff. So yeah, it definitely will help you. But come to our course price actually. So our price will be 1,500. So if you are whoever will be in this webinar, we are giving the flat 500 rupees offer. So you can get it for a 999. So 1,000 rupees you can use it, and try to remember this code CAD 500. So by using the CAD 500 code, you can get a 500 flat discount up to September 1. So I hope everything is clear, right? Yeah, if anyone want, and you can contact us, and otherwise you can go to our app. We are also having one app. So if you go to our if you go to Play Store, there we have a Bhavanam C2C app. By going there, you can get it. So I hope it's clear. If you have any doubts or anything related to our courses, so try to reach out and we will help you to sorting out. So yeah, we have some coordinators. They will help you to clarify all your doubts. I think it's clear, right? Anusha, you can go ahead.
Yes. So that's about our course Architectural AutoCAD UAll, which includes A to Z details of AutoCAD. So if anyone is interested, you can contact us through WhatsApp. So with that, Ravi sir, we thank you so much for giving your precious time in sharing the best of your knowledge with all of our students. Many more such sessions to all of us in the future, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravi Prasad. Thank you so much for your time and your contribution towards our Bhavanams. So yeah, we will come up with another topic on this completely on our GOs and how we can go for the how we can get the approval from the government authority. If you are little free, we will come up with another webinar. Is it okay?
I only know the drawing details, not the approval part.
Thank you so much, sir, for approving it. Yeah, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. That's it for now. Good night to you all. We'll see you in the next webinar.